gonna start the recording. Okay, I think the recording has started. We can start with today's class. Anyone has any question till week three, whatever we have covered? I think it was just basic Python what we covered till week three, right?
Sir,
Yeah.
in this fourth week, we are supposed to do a data model on income dot
Yes. Yes.
.csv.
Yes.
So that one I have to, if I have to do, I have to open the file income dot .csv,
Yes.
and I have
Yes.
transferred it into Google's spreadsheet, and then I have
Hmm.
transferred it in my own Excel. But still,
Okay.
I'm unable to open it with all the
Unable to
comments that is
open it.
open it in as PDF, as DF, that is data
CSV.
frame, as
Is
data
it?
frame,
Is it? Oh,
as
okay.
data frame.
Maybe
And
I can.
I'm giving the URL and everything. I've tried given all the types of
No, first
variables that is
download it first.
possible.
First download
Huh?
it. Don't give URL. First download it.
I'd have downloaded it and then have given the download folder URL. It didn't take. Then I took the Drive Google URL. That also it is not taking, not showing, giving some errors which I don't know what it is. And then I've
Okay.
tried downloading it from spreadsheet, a Google spreadsheet also, and
Mm-hmm.
then I've saved it in my spreadsheet as XLS, and that also it is not
No, no,
opening.
don't use Excel access. But is this what you're doing? PD.read CSV. Is this exactly what you're trying
Yeah,
to do?
no, no,
Or
no. I'm giving the URL because otherwise so they will not read.
no, no, no. Don't give URL. You have to download it and then give the file path in your local laptop. I'll
Then
show
it
you
will
one
come.
example. I'll show you example. Okay. Let's just go here. Let's say I have, if I go to CD, this is the terminal I opened, right?
Hmm.
You can do the same in Spider also. But let's say if I go to, let's say I have downloads and in here I have, let's say income.csv, right?
Hmm.
I have this
Hmm.
file which is given to me.
Hmm.
Okay. Now this is my present directory. This is the path that I have. If I type
Hmm.
pwd, I'll
Hmm.
get the path. Okay.
Yeah.
Now I'll just
Hmm.
open Python. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
I'll do import pandas as pd.
Hmm.
I don't think it will run because I have to pip install first. You just have to give the whole. Okay, it run right. Now I do df is equal to pd.read csv.
Hmm.
Okay,
So in the what folder? In the download folder now.
I give the whole path, download folder, and the whole path as it is. Okay,
Yeah, I
now I
have
have.
given that actually. Download this kind of thing. I have given.
So try pwd. Okay, and then copy paste the whole thing, and then just put the last part over here.
I've done
That's it.
this. It is not coming.
Not coming.
No.
What is the error it shows?
A lot of error it is showing. I don't know. Many errors are showing. So which one should I take? Like it is showing line 1026, return read file path buffer kwds. Mm, then it is showing return parser dot read n rows.
So by the way, do you have pandas first of all? Did you do this pip install pandas?
Yeah,
Yes.
import pandas I have done.
No, did you do pip install pandas? Do you have pandas library in your Python file?
Yes, yes,
In your
I have done these things before also pandas,
okay,
so
okay.
I have it. I was able to do two things only. One
Hmm.
car sort data that I have downloaded from my Google file. Usually
Hmm.
they don't give those are protected. Only one car store data I was able to download,
Hmm.
and
So where did you
I was
download
able
this
to
from?
open. Huh?
Where did you download it from? Where did you download it
From
from?
that is from a Google site. Okay,
So you
and I
went
have
here, right?
my iris data set. I was all doing the things in iris data set. I have the Google
Okay.
site, proper Google site for iris data set, and I was
So you
doing
downloaded
the.
from here, right? Data sets from
Yeah,
here,
yeah, yeah. From there also, yeah, yeah,
but it
yeah.
still shows
Same.
error. Okay.
Yeah, I've
Mm.
given URL. I can give you the. Uh, oh,
Okay, maybe we can figure that out after the class ends. Okay, let's probably continue.
okay.
After 8, we'll talk
Because
about
if
this.
there any a project I have to do, then I have to open it. Otherwise, so I'll
Yes,
not
yes.
be able to. So, is there any project that we have to submit in income dot CSV?
No, 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 no project
Sir, in
right
the
now.
assignment,
Yeah,
there are files given service train and service test. Where
right.
would we find those files?
Uh, so actually, these guys haven't released it. This also I figured out. But if you go to the Q&A section of Python, this course, some
Huh.
people have shared the file. So just read through the comments. Some people have shared it. Okay, I think
No, why
somewhere
it's
here.
not there in dataset itself?
Mm,
Earlier in week 3 assignment also the problem was
yeah, yeah. I think it's from their end, the NPTEL support end,
okay,
that
okay.
there is an issue.
So that
So
means I have to write it down for missing file and then only I'll get it.
yeah, so maybe what you can do is you try to email the NPTEL team saying
Okay.
that I think a lot of people have this doubt that the data set is missing. I think
Okay.
people were able to get data set for week 3, right?
Week 3 ka they sent. Only
They
when
sent?
I send
Oh,
them mail, they send it back to me.
oh, okay, okay. Then probably do that. And
Okay.
this is something that is some management issue from their end,
Okay.
probably. Okay,
Okay.
okay,
Okay. Thank
cool.
you. Thank you.
Yeah, so let's start. We'll discuss your issue, how why it is not ready. Okay, so this is the last week for this course. We'll mainly try to replicate and understand deeply whatever was covered in week 4. Okay, and if you have any doubt, please feel free to ask. So I'll try to do it from scratch. Let's see how far we can go. Okay, so in any data science application, there are 3 steps. Okay. First is you need to understand what the data means. Okay. So whenever you are provided with a data, this data is typically a Google form that you float to some users. Okay. So users might fill up some Google form. You collect some data, and those data are raw. Okay. These data are raw, and these data are noisy in nature. Okay. So like you might have seen, some values are missing, some data set, some features are not very useful. Can you please mute?
Yes.
Uh, Yeah, so some features are not very useful. So this is the whole science, right? You have to truly understand what the data means, what each feature means, and only then you can do some sort of analysis on that. Okay. So there are 2 fronts to it. One is you first analyze what the data is. You can analyze those data by means of some statistical tools, like you have seen the cross table, like correlation, all those metrics are used to analyze the data. You can also plot to see the relation if some data is useful to you or some data is not useful to you. And once you have done that, you do your regression analysis, right? Like you can do logistic regression or linear regression, any sort of regression. That is the second aspect of it. Okay, that is the machine learning side of things where you basically try to predict on unseen data. Okay, so in classical uh, data science, if I were to do some sort of predictive analysis, or let's say I want to predict some uh, a value on unseen data, so there are two main methods, two main umbrella methods. Okay, one is known as classification. Okay, and the other is known as regression. So what do we mean by core of classification and what do we mean by the core of regression? Can anyone probably unmute and explain what is the difference? Why do we need classification and why do we need regression?
For continuous data, we need
Hmm.
regression, and for
Hmm.
discrete data, we use classification.
What do you mean by discrete data?
Discrete means where you have to categorize, or we have to means two classification classes will be there. Like data
Okay.
means suppose uh, I will do job where.
Okay.
So if I got the nearest place to my location, I will go there. Otherwise, I will not. So two
Okay.
classes comes there, in the picture. That time
Okay.
we use classification. And
Okay. Good.
continuous
Good.
means height, or height or weight of a child grows in gradually. So his height is 6 6 feet or like that. That will be your continuous data.
So basically, it's a prediction that you're doing, right? It's like you're predicting some value. If that prediction that you want to make is on a real number data, then it's a regression problem. But if I want to not want to predict, but I want to mainly find out a boundary. Okay. So when I say classifier, I am basically trying to draw a boundary. So let's say I want to classify between cats and dogs. Okay. Let's have some features saying,
Calculating means and medians like this regression we can do it.
sorry.
Calculating means and medians from the
Sure,
set of
sure.
data.
So why do we need classifier then? Regression then we can directly use some statistical tool, right? If I want to calculate the mean, I know a formula of mean. I can do that directly.
Regression means that there are two variables, one is dependent, one is independent. So dependent variable, like how with the movement of independent variable, how does it
Hmm.
affect the dependent variable? So that is
Okay,
regression.
great, great. Uh, okay. So in all these studies, you need to have lot of data. Why do I need lot of data? First of all, can I not do with let's say 10 data? Why do I need 1,000, let's say 10,000 or 1 lakh data points?
It normalizes,
Prop-
I guess.
proper training of your model.
What do you mean by training of?
Identifying the pilot data.
Okay, okay. Uh, and you might have also seen that in the lecture, if you have noticed, you might have seen that the people do this test train split. Like you are basically saying that 70% should be training, 30% should be testing. Why? Any idea? Why
For
not use
training,
100%?
we have some pilot points, pilot features, data features.
Okay. So why not use, let's say, 100% for training? Why do I need some for testing? Why is it
For
necessary?
validation purpose.
Uh, okay. And why does it have to be separate? You guys are aware of it, right? Why do I need to have like
If we will
split
use
it?
if we will use same data, then again it will give up the same result. But
Okay.
it should understand the new data as well
Okay. Okay.
for that
Great.
purpose.
Great. Great. Okay. Good job. So you guys understand the core of what regression is. Why do we need large number of data points, right? Okay. So if I have more number of data, then you basically better generalize your model. Okay. And there are also something called as features. Are you guys aware of what a feature is?
Yes.
What is a feature?
Suppose if there is a image of a, person riding on the horse, and then if you want to separate the for studying that vision computer vision purpose, you have to do the segmentation for that image, and you have to abstract the features from that image, whichever is required to you. Whatever means, suppose you have to highlight something from that image, then you can extract the pictures from that image.
Okay. Okay. Good. Uh,
I
can you
have a
maybe?
I have a
Yeah.
query. Initially, we were asking like, why do we need a machine learning? Simply, why don't we use a statistical formula to predict a value? Sir, is it like in order to arrive a generalized model, we are going for ML?
Yes. So basically, whenever you use any statistical tool to, let's say, generalize some result. So basically, like one person said, right, your goal of any ML problem is to understand the relationship between the independent variable and the dependent variable. Okay. If that relation is linear in nature, so I can just draw a straight line fit and I can figure out some like I can figure out some relationship, right? Okay. But more often, this relationship is not very straightforward. Okay. Like if you see, uh, in the example of income.csv, there are 13 independent variables, right?
Yeah.
So there are 13 independent variables, and there is only one dependent variable. Based on 13 independent variables, I want to predict how the dependent variable should behave. So if I would I can plot it. Okay, so you can think of it as a 14-dimensional plot that I'm plotting, and each point would be each row would be a point in that 14-dimensional plot, right?
Okay.
And basically, what my classifier is doing is it's trying to figure out a boundary. So if I am on this side of the boundary, then I am in, let's say, class 1. If I'm on the other side of the boundary, then I'm in class 2. Okay. So more often than not, this boundary is not necessarily linear. Okay. If you
Okay.
have some linear method, you can approximate using any classical approaches. But because these relationship need not always be linear, it could be something very complicated. So machine
Okay.
learning helps generalize better in that
So
sense.
that one I cannot achieve with the mere statistics. Am I right?
No, no. Yes. So you cannot do that.
Okay.
Yes. True.
So,
Basically, if the dimensionality increases, then your statistic fails.
what is
Yes.
training error?
What is training error? So there is an optimal performance. Okay. And there is a okay. So training error means like whenever you are training something, you want to have a loss function, right? You want to understand how well the model is behaving. Basically, you want to track the progress. Like if I've trained this much, how good is my performance? So this is something called as training error. So you have a true prediction and you have your machine learning prediction. You want to figure out what is the difference between them. So that is the error part. You want to minimize that error over time. So the moment your error becomes minimum or it converges, saturates at some point, then you say that your training is complete. Okay.
That means training error is zero.
It need not always be zero. Okay. It is not always possible. So if you have a training error of zero, that means you
Zero.
have
That
perfectly
means
fit the data.
learning and those both are same. Both will give the same result if training error
That
is
means
zero.
yes, that means you have perfectly learned the data. Okay. You have identified a fit which is exactly perfect. It is kind of let's say you're drawing a straight line between all the points. You are covering all the points. Okay.
Okay.
Then the training error would be zero.
Hello, sir.
Yes. Yes. Yeah, go on.
Sir, I want to tell that I have a problem in regarding putting the data in of Excel files in the
Hmm.
spider in the Python spider. So,
Hmm.
will you tell me that how can I put the data, a specific data of Excel by putting pandas in Python?
So you want to do it in Spider, is it?
So I whenever I am putting any file name,
Hmm.
it was not showing any output. So how can I solve that problem, sir?
Okay, let's do that. I think a couple of people have the same question, right? Let's try to figure that out.
Yes, sir.
You want it in Spider, right? That's where you are, or is it okay with Jupyter? No.
Sir, I have also done in Jupyter that actually I have done in Jupyter also. It was
Hmm.
mainly showing in Jupyter notebook.
Okay, okay. So let's try this. Okay, let's say I have a new file. Okay, and I want to first do import pandas as PD. Can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. Now I can see.
Let's see. Can we connect to the terminal? Okay, so first maybe I'll do pip install pandas, right? I don't know if pandas exist in my. Let's do import pandas. Okay, so this works for me, right? So if I run this, okay, I can import pandas as PD. Now, let's say my file is here. Okay, this is the path of my file. Okay,
Sir, how can I
I-
do this?
how can you do this? You want to figure out where the path is, right? So first of all, you know where you have downloaded it. So most often it will be in the downloads. Whenever you download something, it is in download. So you type PWD. So you'll get the exact path. Okay, PWD means present working directory. So if you type PWD, you will get some value. So let's say I do this. Okay, I'll say that data frame is equal to pd dot read csv. Okay, now I have to give a file path and it should be inside a bracket. So I'll just copy paste this and slash income dot csv. Okay, I've given the full path directly.
Okay, sir. So to do that, I have to enter PWD.
First, you go to that directory wherever you are currently. You have to do CD and go to that particular directory. So I first did CD, okay, and I went
CD
to downloads.
take downloads.
CD downloads. So I first went to downloads because I know my income is in that part, and then I type PWD. I'll get the exact path. Or or even better. So I'm using a Mac system, but I'll show you. So let's say this is my income CSV. Okay, you right click and somewhere I think you get this right info, get info, and you can get the path. Where is it? Yeah, somewhere like this you can get the path. If you right click, you can get the path directly, right?
Yes, sir.
Something like that you can try, okay, to get the path. Better would be to do it everything in the Python shell. You use CD, go to your. Okay, so I'll tell you one more thing. So if you, let's say, type CD tilde. What is tilde? Tilde means you are automatically at home. Okay. So you type CD tilde downloads. So you are at this position now. Okay. Tilde means your home file, which is this user Manav. And then you go to downloads and then type PWD, you'll get the path. And then to the path, you just append your file name. And now once you have that, you just, let's say, print df.head.
Sir, is the income.csv file is in Excel file?
No, it's a CSV file.
Okay,
It's
sir.
a CSV file. Okay.
So
So see,
sorry,
I can load it.
what is tilde you told us? What
Tilde
is
is
tilde?
basically home. Tilde means home. Your home directory. Tilde, when you type tilde, it means you are in the home directory.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'll go back to Jupyter. Any more questions you guys have? No?
Sir, I have a question on
Mm-hmm.
this slice operator. Should
Okay.
I tell it now? Should I?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
Yeah. This df1.iloc. Uh, there is three separators by colon. Okay. So whatever I think is happening, actually, I'm explaining.
Mm-hmm.
You just correct me. The first part
Mm-hmm.
is the position of the row. Okay.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
the first like one dot colon dot one colon
Huh.
dot three colon, okay, with
So if I type, so
commas.
this is, let's say, my DF head. Okay. I
Yeah,
typed df.iloc
mm,
and can you see my screen? Yeah. I
yes.
did df iloc 00. So I'll get
No, zero
this
zero.
45.
Three parameters are there, no? So first one will be like the position of the row, and the second one will be up to which the row will be printed, like one comma colon three uh, comma
No, no, no.
colon.
Only two parameters. Only two parameters. Comma separate, two arguments. Row and
Three
column.
are there. Many times three are printed, no? For iloc.
Are you counting colon as another argument?
Yeah. The
No, no.
last
Colon
one will be,
is,
I think the last one is the number of columns. And the first is the
huh,
position of the row from where it is printing. And
yes,
the
that's it.
second is up to which row it will be printed, right? Like
So
if it
it's
is three,
just
that means
colon.
zero and one and two will
Like
be
this?
printed. Three.
Is it, are you talking about this?
Yeah, yeah,
So this is not a separate argument. This is just a slicing. Like if you remember when we did this lists, if
yeah,
you have this part
yeah.
and you want to, let's say, find out
Mm,
2 colon 4. So this is one argument, right?
mm,
You are just slicing this part out. So you are just slicing
yes.
the row. You can also write it like this also. If you don't want to write it like this, can this work? Let's say if I do this, does it work? No. So I think it is comma separated. Okay. First is the
Mm.
row. Second is the
Row.
column. So don't
So
consider
zero
this
colon
colon as,
five means zero is the starting point, and up to five means zero, one, two, three, four, up to four,
four
right?
rows, one column.
Uh,
Yes.
and the column is the last one. Okay, so it will be
So
like the
column is zeroth column. So this is the
zeroth
DF, right?
column.
So you are
Yeah.
printing this, only this. That's what I'm doing.
Okay.
Now, if I want
Yeah.
to print, let's say, the first three columns,
Oh,
then it should look like this, right?
zero. Oh, then zero two. Okay. First three
Okay.
column. Okay. So
Okay.
the
So
first
if I,
colon is for the row and the second colon is for the column.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
Okay. This
So
is
I
how
can
slicing
just give
works.
zero also. Zero colon five comma colon. Colon means all the rows, all the columns.
Start to end.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That is all the columns. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Clear?
Thank you.
Mm, okay. Great. Any more questions with regards to classification? No?
I have one question. Uh,
Yes.
and this we can do in Spider also, right? Now this
Yes, yes,
classifier,
yes. Yes, yes.
sklearn and cburn all can
Yes.
be imported in Spider also, right?
Yes.
When I import, I mean cburn, I actually get this not found error. I
Huh.
don't know why.
So because first you have to do this pip install
Yeah,
business.
I installed actually. Pip installed. I did it.
So something with the path then. Where did you install it? Did you install it in the
In
Anaconda library that you are using?
uh, not Anaconda. I mean, I have already installed Python
Mm-hmm.
3.12. So in
Mm-hmm.
that path itself, actually, I went and I installed this.
Pip install cbon, but then you said no module found. That's what the error.
Yes, yes, correct, correct.
Hmm. Something with the path only then, the issue. Most likely with the path. Like you mainly could have downloaded it in some other Python. Let's say you have Python 3.9, you might have downloaded C1 in 3.9. So when you open Spider, can you do pip install Cbon again?
In the Spider, huh?
Let's see, let's see. Let's go here. I'll clear everything. Let
Okay.
me do this. Can I do pip install Cbon now? See, this works, right? So what you do is when you go to the Spider console, if you want to pip install, first type an exclamation mark. That it will act as a terminal for you. And then type pip install. Okay.
Okay, pip install.
But type an exclamation. So exclamation basically would work exactly. So this will tell your command that whatever you're typing is a terminal command and not a Python command. Okay.
Okay, yeah. When I type exclamation, I mean in the console, I get like unknown command install.
Do you type pip install?
Wait, yeah, yeah, wait. Yeah, so I
Pip install cbon. Type this.
install. Pip install. Install C1. Yeah, yeah. It says that it's already installed. Actually. Requirement already
Okay.
installed.
Okay. Now go here and type import cbon. Oh, oh, there's no module. Okay. Can I do this here? Import cbon and I get some result.
As SNS something. Put C1 as yeah,
Okay. I'm also getting the error. Right.
yeah.
So maybe I'll first go to my terminal and if I type pip install cbon directly in my terminal, mm, it says path listed below will be passed to IPython console and to the editor. Mm, mm.
So I installed Pandas. How to install? How to download this income.csv?
How to download? You have it no in the Python for data science course
Uh,
here Python data science.
Python. Oh yeah.
Week four, go to week four. You will find the data
Okay.
here,
Okay. Okay.
data sets. Just download. Okay.
Okay.
Mm, why is it working?
Even sklearn with sklearn also it's the same problem.
Okay. Can you try collab if it doesn't work for now? Let's go with collab. So it is easier in some senses that what I did was before starting the class, I typed all these commands. So I downloaded everything first in collab, and then I went here and I uploaded the income CSV car sample from here. Like you click here and upload something like
Oh,
that.
oh. So Colab is another IDE.
Collab is online actually. It is owned by Google, and you don't have to download anything. Everything is online.
Okay, how should I open this?
Just type collab.research.google.
Oh,
Just type Google Collab on Google and then click on open. That should do.
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Sir, what is actually the sklearn?
sklearn basically is a library called scikit-learn. Okay. This is a library. Scikit-learn. So whenever you download scikit-learn, it's a toolkit it's a statistical toolkit. Okay, that is used to that has many machine learning algorithms implemented. Like for example, if you might have seen the lecture notes, you might have seen that they used linear regression, logistic regression without explaining what is linear regression, what is logistic regression. You are just doing dot fit, right? Hello.
Yes.
So this dot fit basically means that somebody has already implemented it. You don't have to worry about it. And then you use all the like random forest, k nearest neighbors, all those algorithms are implemented. So sklearn does that for you.
Okay.
So by the way, have you guys seen the supporting documents for week 4? So that is a separate part. Okay, that is not part of your curriculum. But if you truly want to understand what linear regression is, what is the math behind it, so do take a look. But that's a separate course in itself, I should tell you. Those come under the machine learning part. This course is mainly aimed as an introductory course towards data science, and this is a beginner level course. Okay, so if you're interested, do check out the other courses on machine learning.
so those additional lectures will help in solving this assignment for or for week 4 or
No, 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 no. This is just for your understanding. So you basically, so you understand what is actually happening when you are doing dot fit or when you're doing
mm,
regression dot fit. So
okay.
you should know what is happening. Okay, it is doing something for you right now,
Oh, okay,
but
okay.
how it is doing, that is something you will
Uh,
probably understand.
yes, yes. And if for exam, should we have to go through that additional material also? I mean, we can expect questions
Uh,
from.
Not really, but it's
Okay,
good to do that.
okay, okay. Got it.
Okay.
So in the online, yeah, coming back this Colab. So just colab.research. I can just open the
New
URL.
notebook.
Yeah, Jupyter. It's saying Jupyter Google Colab. It's asking
Yes.
Google Colab, right? Yeah. It's
Yeah,
asking
I'll
for a
show you.
sign in. It's asking for a sign in
You
also.
have to sign in to Google. Okay, let's say I have signed in already. Okay, then you click here, open new notebook. You get you directly get here. Okay, and you can share. You can save everything in your drive. That is the good part about it. Everything is stored in your drive.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay, so use that. I think it is better because you want to see the intermediate plots, right? So Jupyter Notebook is much better when you are trying to solve this kind of data science related projects. Okay, compared to Spider. Spider will become very messy.
Oh, okay, okay.
Okay.
Okay, okay. So this is also Jupyter only, Google
Yes,
Colab.
this is Jupyter, but this is hosted on the Google server directly. This is not on your local computer. So it
Okay,
also has some GPU access. Okay, so if you look at it, it has some GPU and all which are like available. I think few TBs or few GBs of GPU RAM is available to every user. So you can directly use Google Colab.
okay,
Okay,
okay. I will try it. Yeah, you can carry on.
sure, sure.
Sir, I have given two of the whatever how I was trying to open this income CSV. So I have given
Okay,
the Google Drive location also. Two ways I have given. You can see I've given the Google spreadsheet location also, Then I
No,
have
why are you doing
copied
read
it in
Excel?
my income spreadsheet, and also that way also I have tried to give the income tax, sorry, income file.
Uh,
Okay.
you're doing read
And the
Excel.
download one you said, na, that also I tried.
Okay. Okay, why are you giving URL? Don't give URL. And can you give the path
Path
directly?
you can give direct also, you can write the URL also, that doesn't matter.
No, URL
Yeah,
won't
this
work,
one
right?
I'll give you another one. This one also I tried.
I have downloaded income.csv and I put it in F drive. Now can I say
Yes.
simply like P means df dot read csv within bracket double quotes f colon slash. So I am using Windows.
Yeah,
No,
see the
no,
downloads
no.
one I have given.
Yes.
URL C colon
Yes,
user Siddharth Ghosh download income.xls. This one I have given. Okay.
okay.
And I've used it in Chrome. First I was doing in my Python interpreter, then I used the Chrome, and they said to include this engine open pixel, so I've done that as well. This open pixel worked for cars data, some data
Oh,
in
it works for cars data, but not for income. That's the problem, right?
no. It should work. If I don't give now, then again they're giving an error. That why are you not giving it? That open X pixel error it's coming. So I have
OpenX.
not tried directly, but I don't think directly will come. Like URL, I just give income. That way, though it's not taking the path also. So
Why are you giving
nothing.
URL? URL is not needed, right? It's the local path that you need to give.
Instead of PD or read Excel URL, I can write the path itself there also. It's the same thing. I've tried that also. So that will
What
be
do you mean
more
by URL?
cumbersome.
Is
So
it the
I'm just writing URL.
okay?
Ah,
Okay.
I think you need to copy the path of the file and paste.
yes.
Some issue.
Ah.
What is your question?
This
Yeah,
one is
should be
correct.
okay.
Df dot read csv f colon slash income dot csv. But how to
Uh,
check whether I am getting data? Like there is no
Input
error,
text
but
code.
how I have to print the
print
first?
print df dot head. This print this df head bracket bracket. You will
But,
see the
but
first two
but
rows.
that is not showing anything. But there is no error also.
That is not showing anything.
So yeah, this one only I used print
Uh,
df dot. Yeah,
okay. It didn't show anything.
yeah, it didn't show anything, but there is
For
no
head,
error.
for head, you should not have to give any anything within the parenthesis.
And
Directly,
file is okay.
See
it
everything
automatically give you
visible.
five data only, five rows.
Okay, okay. But you are saying you didn't get anything.
Yeah, I am not getting anything.
Uh, Why? It's not giving any error also.
Yeah, it is not giving any error also.
Can you type df.info? Uh,
df dot
Correct.
info.
This
Just
is
a minute.
download. CSVK.
does it give anything?
That info is also with the brackets, no?
Yeah,
df,
yeah.
that is also not
Yes.
giving anything.
Okay. Weird. So what did it load then? Did it load some empty file or something?
This is my lines. I have
Uh,
stored.
can
Yeah.
you click open income.csv? Is it an empty CSV or what? Can you check that in your computer? Just try double clicking
Okay.
the in import CSV and see if it is. Uh, mm, can you try that method that I said? Go use CD and then go to the directory and then type pwd and then add income CSV. Can you do that? Both of you?
Means using operating system command, right?
Yeah.
chdir to the
Uh,
concerned directory. Okay, I try. But how to
I
check
think
my present working directory in the window, spider window, because
which
already
one PWD?
I am in the workspace C colon users.
Okay.
So this is my workspace. So should I put my CSV here? So this is my workspace.
Which is your workspace?
This is my workspace. Is it
Uh-huh.
necessary for me to copy my CSV to my workspace?
Uh, yeah, maybe do that. Do that. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm, yeah, maybe try keeping it in downloads instead of as file, or and then use PWD with your users and everything.
So you for opening a file data frame, we only need import pandas as PD. We don't need numpy unless we use any function,
No,
right?
no, no, no,
Yeah.
no. Can you use os.chdir to go to, you can also do that also. Okay. You
What?
can do os dot import os.chdr and go to the path where the income CSV is and then download it, read directly.
Write that
Yeah,
one.
yeah.
Write
When I
write
put
that
it
one
in my
section.
workspace, I that info I am getting in my console, like age, job type, ED type, marital status, occupation. Am I doing right?
You're getting it right in your console.
Yeah, yeah. In my console with my data in my workspace. Whenever I put my data in my workspace, I am getting info, but still I don't know how to print the first 5 rows. Again, I will try, but
Are
I am
you,
getting the info.
okay, okay. Then it is loading, I think something with the console that you're facing an error, right?
No error. Yeah,
हाँ
there
मतलब
is
you're not
no error.
getting the
Maybe,
print.
maybe I have to execute
Yeah,
again.
yeah. Sure, sure. Do that. You can you try with import OS and os.chdir? Let's say here, if I type import OS and
Chalo.
sorry, and then I do os.chdir, that is also another. If you don't want to do PWD stuff, okay, I just click this part. Okay, I change my directory to be here, and then I directly do read CSV this.
Sir, I have given you another one.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's not reading.
And I've given
Can
you
you check
another
it?
one.
Okay.
Sir,
Uh,
I've given you another one where from the
uh-huh.
GitHub I could open this cars93.miss.csv. This
Okay.
came from the Google. But whenever I'm doing Toyota from downloads, it is not coming. That's why I have given the comment mark there. I know it is not working. That's why. And also you see from the ID's data set also from downloads, it is not taking. But if I give some Google a website for ID's data set, it is taking from there. So only these
Okay.
two I could work on. ID's data set from some website and Cars 93. Okay. It is the same thing you see the all these things are same CEOs you see that goes download to SEO. So that should work, right? That is a
Mm-hmm.
CSV file also.
Yes, yes. Okay. Why are you using read Excel? Can you do read underscore CSV?
Now if it is an Excel file, I have to write Excel. If it's a
But you
CSV
have
file, then
CSV,
I
no?
write it.
Here you have CSV, no? Last part.
Which one?
Is it a whatever I'm highlighting
Yeah,
here?
Cars 93 is CSV. Okay. And
And this is working, is what you're
yeah,
saying.
Toyota is also CSV from it is taking from downloads, but it is not working. Whatever I'm taking from downloads is not working actually.
But it
Uh,
says like for slash, it is telling like means not understandable. Slash character, I think it is not taking.
Acha, do this thing. Go to import OS and then do os.chdr and go to the
I
location
tried
where
this
you are.
also. Yeah, I tried
You
this
press
also
this
in one of
and
them.
just do this. Don't give the full path. Only give income.csv directly.
Okay, that I didn't
Can you
try.
do that?
Okay,
Can you do that?
okay, let's try.
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. Good evening.
Yes. Good evening.
Sir, I forgot to give my week 3 assignment.
Hmm.
What can I do now?
What's the issue?
I forgot to give my week 3
So it's
assignment.
best three out of four. Your assignment will be calculated.
When will I get the marks?
When will you get the
Marks. Batch 3 marks.
week three? After the deadline passes, you will get the marks.
Okay, I I gave week 1 and week 2
Uh,
assignments, but did not get the result or marks.
you you did not get the marks? No, you
No,
will
sir.
get no. Go here.
Yes.
I have also taken week one, let's say quiz, and I get some marks. You go here, quiz. You have no score. And if you scroll down, you will see your score. You don't see the marks.
No, sir. It's showing your last record
Oh.
submission was on.
So you can calculate, no, 1 point, how much you're getting. You are getting partially correct, point 0.5, and all those things. You will get the marks from here directly because now you can't submit anything. It's closed, right? I can't change my answers.
So can we see what is the answer, whatever we have given and what is the actual answer?
Uh,
Can we see the
uh,
answer key?
Here, no?
Can we see the answer key after
Answer key as
submission? Like after submission, what is the actual correct answer?
you
Can
are
that be
saying, no?
shown? Yeah.
This is no. This is the accepted answer.
Yeah, this one though someone has not given in due date, but how do I check? I have already submitted. How do I check
Oh,
whether I have
can you
whatever
get?
I've given is right or not? I mean, the checking
Here it is
thing.
written. No, your answer is correct. Accepted answer is.
So
Code will throw an
where
error.
from I go into this? I'll just open the assignment and it will show me.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
it shows. Okay,
Yeah. Open assignment. It will show you.
okay.
Okay.
Mhm.
So any more questions with regards to
Sir, for the
regression?
log, for the just log part, what is the just not I log, just the log. For that,
Lock.
can I give colon dot five, comma colon 0.5 comma 0.2 like that? Can I give it in log itself also?
Let's see. Let's see what lock does. Okay. If I hover around here, okay,
Hmm.
it will show what lock takes as argument. Yeah, it's showing here. I think lock takes not the number. I think it takes the row and the column name.
Row
Like
and
it
the
says,
column.
lock is primarily label based, but may also be used with a Boolean array. Allowed inputs are a single label, let's say 5 or a,
Hmm.
and never as an integer position. Access a group of column and row by label or by a Boolean array. Okay, this is what lock does.
So it is not showing the position. The starting position is not shown. Just you can write log 2 colon 4 like that. Right? There is a row for second row and fourth column like that.
Second row, fourth column, you have to give the name. What is the name of fourth column?
Oh, we
Zero,
have to give the
one,
name.
two, three,
The
four.
number
Occupation.
we cannot give the number.
That for that, I think you have to use iLock. No, call takes
That is
1 to 2, but acha, okay, let's try this. Only occupation. No, no access named occupation.
row has to be given, I think. Hmm. The column name has to be given like number.
No, no, that is iLock. Let's see.
Hmm.
I also get confused in this. Lock function is label based, which means that you have to pass the name of the row and column which you want to see. This includes the last element of lock can accept Boolean data, uh,
Mhm.
like data lock, all the places where this is a Boolean data, right?
Hmm.
Show all those data where data dot brand is equal to Maruti and data dot mileage is greater than 25. So it will show this.
Okay.
Or you can do
So it
this
should
selecting
give log colon 5. Yeah, what is that? Log 2 colon 5. That is
rows,
starting
right?
from
All the it gives you
all
the rows basically. All the rows it will give you.
all the rows up to 5. That is your 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right?
Row 2, row 3, row 4. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
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 Okay. Okay.
Log
I have to give it like this. My bad. I
third
was
column.
doing
Yeah.
it.
Third,
Yeah.
uh-huh.
Sorry. If I do occupation now. I think now, yeah, see, now it works. Okay.
Okay. So 2.4 you have given 2:4
Yeah.
occupation.
Yeah.
2:4 means what? Mane,
Row,
this
no?
is this is
Row
the
two,
row,
row three. Yeah.
2 rows and 4 columns.
No, no,
No,
no, no. Slicing. I'm
then
slicing the rows. Rows start from 2 until 4. All the rows
acha,
between 2
from
and 4.
2 and
2, 4.
4. Okay,
Yeah.
2 and 3 that is actually rows.
Yeah, I think in this lock
Okay,
it
2 and 3
considers
and then occupation.
4
Okay,
also. Okay.
the 4 will also come.
Pandas considers this 4 as part of it, apparently.
Oh, the 4 is also coming.
Somehow it is considering it.
Second, 2.
But in general, 4 is not included, right, no, sir?
Yeah,
No, no,
actually.
no.
In log.
Let's see this. Okay. Let's try this iLog also. Okay, iLog doesn't do that. I don't know why.
Yeah. I
Some
like this 2, 3, 4 only. Yeah, log takes
Yeah, lock takes
two, three, four,
apparently. I don't
five.
know why, but I guess
Yeah.
that is how it is. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, sorry, we were
Suppose
doing this.
I just tell you to repeat something that you have already said, just to be more
Sure, sure.
clear. That is a joint probability. That is a likelihood
Hmm.
of giving two independent events happening at the same time. There we are actually showing the number, the individual number, and then we are dividing it by the total. So what
Joint probability,
exactly it
yes.
is giving by dividing it the total? How we are getting the likelihood of two events happening at the same time?
Okay. You are talking about joint probability. Okay. Whenever
Yes,
I'm
yes.
talking about joint probability,
Hmm.
I think before that somebody answered the question between lock and iLock. I think lock uses list and iLock uses arrays. Is that correct? I'm not sure. I haven't checked.
Log uses list.
Somebody wrote it in
List
the
does
chat. I
not
just
include the last number actually. iLog uses arrays. Both
okay,
list
sure.
and arrays don't use the last number, but here somehow log is using it, the last element.
No
Yeah.
idea then.
Yeah.
Something is happening. I don't know what is going inside, but
Hmm.
you are saying something with regards to joint probability, right?
Yes, yes.
So joint probability, let's say you have two random variables, x and y.
Hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Hmm.
So whenever you have x and y variable,
Hmm.
I can calculate probability of x. What is probability of x? It's basically a distribution, right?
Yeah.
Where if
Distribution,
I
yes.
sum up all the, where if I take the sum over all px, then I should get
Hmm.
area to be one, right?
Okay.
But when I say I have two variables, x and y, and I'm taking the
Hmm.
joint probability, basically the probability of x and y both happening
Hmm.
is some probability. Okay,
Hmm.
let's say, let me open a markdown here. Let's say you have p of a and b, or let's say a comma b. This is a joint probability.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay, what basically tells me that a and b are combined. If a and b both are independent, then it should simply be pa times pb.
Hmm.
You can separate it out if they are independent. Okay.
Hmm.
But if they're not independent, then you always write it like this, P of A, comma P of B directly.
Okay.
Okay. And there is some correlation. So if you imagine a 2D graph, okay. So imagine you have a 2D graph. Your probability is some space which is covering. So your x axis represents a random variable A, y axis represents random variable B, and P of A is basically some distribution. All of it that lies inside the region is part of probability, and all of it which is outside doesn't lie in that probability. Okay, and the area of that probability curve is always one.
Okay.
Is that clear? I am just trying to be
And so
more mathematical.
that is actually normalized equal to true. This joint probability is given by just normalized equals to true, nothing else,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yes. That's what makes it a probability because if the area is one, then it's a probability. Otherwise, it's just a count. Okay.
What do you mean by area is one? You mean A and B is part of that
No, no,
area?
no. Let's forget about areas. Let's think of this thing. Okay, let's say I have list L1. Okay. and I say this is 5, 7, 9, 10. Okay,
Right.
this is a list. Okay, now I can also write this as L1 divided by sum of L1.
Hmm.
So what it gives me? Okay, okay, let's go with NumPy.
Hmm.
NP is not defined.
Okay.
Okay, this is first N1 I printed. This is this, and this is I print N1. Okay,
Sorry. Hmm.
so this is normalized. If I take the sum of all these arrays, this will be
Hmm.
1. Okay,
Hmm.
this you agree? Sum of all this will be equal to 1.
One. Hmm.
Okay, and here this is not equal to 1. So basically, when I do normalize equal to true, I am doing this.
Mhm.
Okay,
Hmm.
so if in your cross tabulation method, if you are talking about that, so let's say you have a row slash column. Okay,
Hmm.
and let's say you have here you have call 1 and you have call 2. Okay,
Hmm.
okay, and then here you have row 1. You have some value. Let's say you have A, you have B. Okay,
Mhm.
and here you have C and you have D. Okay, this
Hmm.
this is something your cross tabulation data looks like.
Yes.
Okay, now when I say normalize equal to true, okay, what it does is it divides this by A plus B plus C plus D.
Key.
Okay, it divides everything by A plus B plus C plus D.
It is just a probability actually, the probability of
Yeah,
individual elements.
in the whole space, in the whole A by B space. Okay,
Yeah.
okay. When I say
So
marginal
here,
probability,
uh,
yeah.
so
When I
here
say
it is
margin,
joint probability means two events happening at the same time. That means A and B
yes,
has
yes,
to happen at the same time.
yes, yes. Both has to happen at the same time. That is the joint
Mhm.
probability.
But the joint probability here, the individual things are shown like A's probability, B's probability, C's probability, and D's probability. Right?
So it's a joint probability where all the data points that I have,
Uh,
what I'm explaining the concept of joint probability, which was covered in week 3. Okay.
yeah.
So it means that all the events that are happening are joint. So they are a part of event A and they are a part of event B as well.
Okay.
No?
Okay.
So joint probability means you are basically, if I take the sum of all the elements inside the table, it should sum
Hmm.
up to 1. That's it. Okay.
Okay.
Can you please repeat in short? So all I'm saying is in joint probability, you have, let's say you are seeing this. Okay. I'll just repeat. Let's say you have this data. Okay. Let's say you have 2 rows and 2 columns. You have printed the cross tab. Okay. What you did in pandas. Okay. You have, let's say data points A, B, C, and D. Okay. When I say normalize equal to true, that means I am kind of figuring out the joint probability. You don't bother about joint probability. If it is too difficult, don't bother about joint probability words. Maybe it will. We are going much into mathematics. But whenever I say normalize equal to true, that means all I'm doing is I'm dividing everything by whatever is the whole, like the sum of all the data points that are present. So I divide this by this value. I divide this by this value, and so on. Okay. So eventually, what I get is all the data points should sum up to 1. That's all it means. Okay. And You might have seen that normalize is equal to index and normalize equal to columns, something like that as well, right? So what do you mean by index in pandas? Index means rows, simply put, right? In pandas lingo, index means row, column means column. Okay. So whenever I say normalize equal to index, that means I'll remove this. When I say normalize equal to index, I'll simply normalize for each row separately. So what I'll do, let's say this is my row one. So I'll divide this by a plus b only. And this also I'll divide by a plus b. This I'll divide by c plus d. And this I'll divide by c plus d. Okay. What it means? That I am considering all rows as individual probabilities distributions. Basically, if I take row one should sum up to one, row two should sum up to one, and so on. Okay. So this is for normalize equal to index. And similarly, if I do normalize equal to columns, okay. So what would happen? I'm normalizing all columns. What do I mean by normalize columns? Anyone?
By column, the first column sum will come as 1.
A by A plus C.
Okay, good, good, good.
Will be A plus
C
C.
upon A plus C, then B upon B plus D, D upon B plus D.
Okay, so this is what we call as marginal probability. If I go into the mathematical correctness, this is what we know as marginal probability. I'm just taking, I have a joint probability. I'm just taking the probability of one particular row and so on. Yes, Karan, go on. You have a question? No? Okay.
A by A plus C. C by A plus C. B plus D. B plus D.
Okay, and then you have something called as margins equal to true, right? You have this kind of row as well, if you remember,
Yeah.
right? So what do you get here in this? This should be one. Okay, this should be one.
So columns equals to 2 is actually margin and probability only, no?
Both are marked. Normalize equal to true, normalize equal to, sorry, normalize equal to true means the whole data will be normalized. If I say normalize index, then it will only normalize along the index. If I say normalize column, it will only normalize along the columns. That's it. And in this all, when I say margins equal to true, it just calculates the sum of all the rows. So all this will calculate the sum of all this row. So this should be what? This should be a plus b
What
divided
is
by
the utility of it?
what is?
Utility of normalizing.
Utility.
Yes.
Utility of normalizing. So you are basically trying to see it in percentage, right? So how do I explain? Let's say you have, what do I say? Mm, let's say you have, let's say you have two,
B plus BD.
let's say column one is male versus female, okay?
B plus BD.
Okay.
A plus B.
I'm just putting some number here. Let's say this is male versus female, and this is, let's say, whether you like cats versus dogs. Okay, simply put. Now, I'm putting some numbers here. Let's say this is 45 males like cats, and then this is 80, and this is let's say 90, and this is let's say 55. Okay, I just put some random numbers here. Is this okay? Are you still with me?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Okay. Now tell me, if I do normalize equal to true, how should the table look like? I'll just move this. I'll just copy everything here. And let's say I do this. Okay, this is the raw value. Okay, now if I want to normalize everything, then what should I do? I should compute what is the sum of,
Sum of all the four.
actually, you know what? I should
Divided.
do it directly. Let's not do hand waving. Let's do it directly. Okay. Uh, let's say I define a dic can I define a DF as uh, how do I write it? Let's say
The
cats.
normalize equal to index, it is happening for both rows and columns. The one sum equal
Yes.
to one is happening for both rows and columns.
Mm, yes. Let's say I type this. Okay. What is the number? 45, 80, and I type dogs as 90, comma 55.
Sir, I think PD dot data frame.
Okay. Let's say you have PD. Correct. Thanks. Okay. Now if I print DF, do you see this table?
Yes, sir.
Uh, so let's say 0 indicates male and 1 indicates female. I didn't want it this way, but can I change it? Let's see. Let's call it male. Let's call it female. Let's see. 50, 90. Let's say let's do this 90, 80, 90, and then let's do 80. Okay, I'll just change this. I'll remove this part and let's do this. Let's do this. But okay, female. Okay, I didn't put a row name, but let's assume that this is the first row indicates cats and second row indicates dogs. Okay. No. How do I do cross tab? PD dot cross tab. Anyone knows the function? How do you use cross
Cross
tab?
tab. Cross tab index equals to the data frame. Then give the column name, and then column equals to data frame. Again, another column name, and the normalize true and drop in a true.
No, 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 no. Some hmm, something is yeah, maybe I'm trying to explain it some bad example. I need a proper CSV. Can I do with the income directly? Let's try.
Mm.
I have income CSV, right? Let's try this. Okay, let's try this. Can I get df.info? I have capital gain and capital, let's say hours per week. Okay. Can I do this? Uh, PD dot cross tab. What do I need? First, no, sorry, I need df, right? Df dot cross tab. Let's say index is equal to hours per week. And let's say column is equal to, let's say capital gain. It has no attribute cross tab. Okay.
Index equal to. You have to mention that data frame name before hours per week. We have, hours per week will be in the third bracket, and data frame has to be there. Data frame name.
Index, columns.
Index. You have to mention the data frame name, then give the third bracket, and then give this how hours per week.
Okay, let's do this.
Before that, the data frame name has to be given, DF or whatever.
Mm,
DF, yes.
Okay, let's say capital gains. I just want the first 2 to 4. Okay. I want, let's say, 2 to 4, and this I want, let's say, 0 to 2. Okay. Uh, I hope this works. No. Dot ilock. Wait. Anyone knows how to slice the data frame? Can I not do this directly?
This is
What is the
okay
issue?
actually. So I
What
lock,
is the issue
yeah.
here?
Colon ilock, for the ilock we are writing starting 0 colon 5 comma 0 colon 2 like that. Row and column has a comma in between.
Acha, forget it. Let's go with everything. Okay. I think someone had a question, right? With what does it actually mean? So this is the whole cross tab data. That's what it looks like. Okay. You have bunch of rows, you have bunch of columns. You have 94 rows and you have 119 columns. Okay. And what it is giving a count. Okay. What do I mean by count? How many of the income, how many of the people work 1 hour a week and they have a capital gain of 0? How many of them work, let's say, 99 hours a week and they have a capital gain of 0? All this data is giving the raw count. Okay. So it's basically you can count it on, let's say you start counting how many numbers are. This is the frequency. This is what it is giving. Is the normal table. Okay. Clear? Now, if I do normalize equal to true, I go here and I do normalize equal to true. What it should do, it should give the same thing, but it will give everything in probability. Okay.
Yeah. Mm.
Basically, what is the probability that I work 1 hour a week and I get a capital gain of 0? What is the probability I work, let's say, 2 hours a week and I have a capital gain of this much? Okay. This is the probability. This is what you get as normalize equal to true. And in this, if I add, let's say, margins equal to true,
Marginal probability.
not marginal probability, it will just give you this another variable called all. This is just calculating the sum over all the rows. And lastly, it is calculating the sum over all the columns in this part. Okay. This is basically the sum of all everything in this column. This all is basically the sum of all the rows. That's all margins equal to true is doing. It is just showing printing the all part. Okay.
Okay.
Now, in normalize equal to true, there you can either do normalize equal to true or you can do normalize equal to index.
True or
Like
index, yes. Hmm.
index. What is index?
Index is rows actually. So normalizing the rows.
Normalizing the rows, right?
Hmm.
So you see this all part is is missing now in this part. There is no all wala column here. That means all the rows are summing up to one directly.
Hmm.
If I were to read it, this means that given that I work 1 hour per week, given people work 1 hour a week, 94% of the people have 0% capital gain, and let's say some other numbers. Okay, this is how you read. This is like a conditional problem or a conditional probability. Given I work 1 hour a week, this is the distribution. Given I work 5 hours a week, uh, uh, I have a probability of 93% to get capital gain of 0, and so on. Okay. And similarly, there is a third section called columns directly. Uh, Now, how do you read this? Can anyone explain? Hello? Can
Yes.
anyone explain? I just explained the part, right, where I did normalize equal to index. Now I'm taking the marginal, I'm marginalizing over all the columns.
Column. So the only the column sum will come.
So that means given my capital income is capital gain is 0, what is the probability I work, let's say, 98 hours a week? So the probability is 0.003. What is the probability I work 99 hours a week? This is how you read into it basically. Given this, what is the probability of this? I'm working these many hours. That's it. Okay. This
So
is what you mean by
marginality is
condition.
actually nothing. Marginality is same as joint probability, only the sum are given. And for
It's a
conditional
conditional
probability,
probability. Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
and for conditional probability, there are two. One is normalized index and one is normalized columns.
Basically, do I want probability of A given B, or do I want probability of B given A? You can manipulate both things either way. Okay.
And
Uh,
can you just explain this correlate core CORR function?
yes. Yes.
Actually, it is giving
I,
relation with
sure. Sure.
everything. One time relation
Uh,
with self and then relation with all the other variables.
I'll explain
And
that.
this
Just
is
give me
only for
one
the
second.
integer part and for the A
Mhm.
part, those other
Mhm.
type, the other than integer type, we are actually doing Pearson correlation.
Yes. Yes.
We are
Give me
making
1 minute. I'll just
yeah, yeah.
receive someone at the door and come back. 1 minute.
Okay. ফোন তো করতে পারছি না
Uh, yes. Hello. Can you hear me? Uh, Hello. Am I audible?
Yes, sir, you are audible.
Okay. You had a question related to Pearson coefficient, right? The
right
correlation part.
yes
Uh,
Well, I have one
let's
basic
go.
question before
Yes.
we go to correlation.
Yes.
This how to set here this working directory here in the Colab. I mean to access that income.csv file.
Mhm. Okay. You go to Collab. You see this folder location.
Yes.
Go here. Click upload.
Okay.
And let's say I click income.csv, it will upload it here, and then directly do read CSV. You are setting whatever you upload here is you can read directly. Okay.
Okay. So this will be the working directory here.
This will be the working directory. Yes.
Oh,
Yes. Just upload everything here. That's it.
okay, okay, got it.
Okay. Uh,
Directly we
e-
can write that pd.read_csv
yes, yes.
income file.
Directly, directly. That's what I did also, right? I
Okay,
did pd.read_csv income CSV. Okay.
okay, okay.
Mm,
And where will this Python file will get saved? This classification dot
in your Google Drive,
in Google Drive.
you yeah, in your Google Drive it will get shared. So if I go here, I click locate in Drive, you will
Okay,
get this is my Google Drive. This is it will be saved by classification.ipy, and we say all the codes that I have discussed will get stored here. Okay.
okay.
You have a my drive collab notebooks, right? Okay. Back to this. Can I do this? This is the code, right? Dot core or what is it? What is the command? pd dot Siwala? Sorry. Hello. Can you hear me?
So, it is a command, no? The command is pd.core self, comma, a method Pearson.
df dot core.
Core, yes, CORR, self, comma, method Pearson.
Do I have to give the method or does it?
Method it's given, I don't know whether it will give. Okay.
Maybe I need this age, hours per week, capital gain, capital loss. Then it should work. Yeah. Let's say df2 is equal to df dot copy. Let's go here. Then let's do df2 is equal to df2. Let's say I want age. What else do I want? Capital gain, capital loss, hours per week. No, let's say the list of features I want is let's say age and capital gain, capital loss.
We can write features also, no?
Yeah, anything you can write. I'll just write it as if. Then you can get what hours per week. Okay, let's say these are all the integer data for me. Okay, and now I'll do this. I'll just slice it based on features. Okay, df2. Okay, now if I print df2.info, I get only the integer values. Okay. Now can I do this df2 dot core Pearson? Or let's say I think default is Pearson. Okay. Default I think is
Yeah,
Pearson, so
default
you
is
don't have.
Pearson. Yes, yes, yeah.
So I didn't write anything. So
Mm.
what it is telling me is I have these four features: age, capital gain, capital loss, hours per week. So this is a matrix. It's a symmetric matrix. Okay.
Mm. Mm.
What it is telling me is how closely these two features are related. So age versus age, they both are
It
strongly
is
correlated
one.
because they are exactly same. So it's a number between +1 and -1. Okay,
Mm.
-1 means they are negatively correlated. What do I mean by negatively correlated? If one goes up, the other goes down.
Mm.
Okay, so basically it's a negative slope. If positive correlated means you can draw positive slope, saying that if one of them goes up, the other also has to go up. Okay, and zero means that there is no correlation as such. Okay, so the closer you are to one, that indicates a stronger positive correlation. The closer you are to -1, that indicates a stronger negative correlation. So here you see age versus capital gain. So now they are saying that it's like in they are not very related, right?
Like
So it's
age
saying that
increases, capital gain decreases, like that.
No, they are saying that if age increases by one, then capital gain changes by this much amount, by this
0.07.
sum. Yeah, this is basically the slope value. Basically, you can say. Okay, so this is basically not very not very strongly correlated. Okay, because this is almost equal to zero, right? This is in the second decimal place, zero. Okay. Same with this. All these are not very correlated. So that's all this is trying to say. All these features are kind of independent to each other.
Mhm.
All of them have no correlation with each other. That's what it is trying to say. Okay.
So do we need this kind of thing? And why do we need code function? And why do we
Why
need
do
to
you need code
do it
function? Okay. Okay.
with the
Hmm.
self? Self is not required also, no? Age by age.
Uh-huh.
We don't need that age by age.
You don't need that. This is just printing the whole matrix. It prints the whole matrix, symmetric matrix. Now the question is, why do I care about if two features are correlated or not? That is the question.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So do you remember in the regression example for cars data, you started with 18 features and then eventually you just train on 10 features, right? If you remember the lectures, the tutor tried to remove some variables, saying that this is not related to me, so I don't need this, I don't need that. How do you decide that? One way, she plotted everything, showed that there is no trend, okay, between price and this, so she removed that data point directly. This is kind of showing the same thing, right? Let's say there is I want to model on income. Okay, let's say if income was also a part of this.
Mm.
So I want to understand how income is correlated to age, capital gain, capital loss, and hours per week. If I see that income and let's say hours per week has no correlation, then I won't probably consider that as my feature in the final fitting. I can consider removing that. So you want to basically make a prediction with uh, as fewer features. As basically, I don't want any redundant features to be there in my. So this is a statistical uh, method in which you can analyze how if a given feature is good for you or not good for you. That's all.
Okay.
Okay.
And for the other than integer type, what we usually do other than
What?
integer type for the
Oh.
A type,
Mhm.
object type.
Object type. So you can plot, right? You can use cbond dot, let's say, bar plot, this plot, and you can get, let's say, a relation. If you see a flat line relation, that means it doesn't have any effect. If you see a relation where it is either increasing or decreasing, then you
Hmm.
say that, okay, this is important for me. I need this for my evaluation. That's it.
Okay.
Do a box plot. That is the best way to go about any object data type.
Okay.
Okay.
So let's say now in this table, we will
Mhm.
take a age and capital gain.
Mhm.
So this 0.077 says what actually, what we are, what conclusion we are drawing from this.
What do you derive from this?
Yeah, yes.
So basically, it is saying that the capital gain that you have is not very much dependent on what age group you belong to. So you can say that if I increase my age, then my capital gain should increase. Can I make a statement like that? The answer is probably no. We don't know. It is closer to zero. So I'm saying that these two are like they don't have any relation between each other. We cannot make any comment on age and capital gain directly.
When we can say they are like dependent based on values like 0.07 is approaching to zero, so you say it is not
Above point
related.
0.5, above point 0.5, you say they are more likely to be positively correlated, and below minus point 0.5, you say they are more likely to be negatively correlated. Okay. The closer you are to zero, that means there is a higher likelihood that they are not likelihood. It's like a statistical tool saying that they are not at all related to each other. They are invariant. Yeah.
Okay.
Consider zero point 0.5 as a ballpark. Let's say zero point 0.4 also. Many people are okay with zero point 0.4. Zero point 0.3 is also good enough, I would say. But yeah, that should be in the first decimal place. Okay. If you are in the second decimal place, then it is closer to zero for me. Okay. Mm. Anything else? Any more question? So like for instance, let's assume your if let's say there is no capital in that, let's say there was a feature called income. Now we know that age and income is strongly correlated. As your age increases, you your income also increases. Let's say this is a universal assumption, and this more or less holds true. So then the Pearson coefficient would be closer to one in if I'm comparing age versus income. Okay. Or let's say if I'm determining, let's say, price of a car versus how new that particular car is. Okay, so these two quantities are more closely correlated. So something like that you can identify by this correlation CORR table. Okay. Uh, any more questions? I think we have 20 more
So
minutes.
one thing, while replacing the value of the NA variable with something else, I tried
Mhm.
that also,
Mhm.
but it didn't come out well.
It didn't come
Given
out
the
well.
yeah, like I tried giving the other values by which it will replace, and that command also didn't come out.
Okay, let's
Yeah, here,
try
here.
this out
Here,
here.
this one. I'll just give you all the whole thing. Most of them
Mhm.
worked, but iLog part didn't work because I gave wrong way command,
Okay.
and this yeah, this one. I had to put that into a replace NA with some other value. Okay,
Mhm.
value count
Okay.
like
Sure.
that.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just
You're sharing something. Okay.
yeah.
So DF is my income, right? Income.csv and df.head.
This I'm doing with the iris set because it was working with me. Worked.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just send me the command, whatever you have. I'll try to.
The fill in a part didn't work. Okay, I'm just take some time. This is the part. So here the iLog I didn't give the right syntax, but others drop in yeah, drop in access to this one only.
Okay.
Yes,
What is drop NA doing? It is dropping that. Okay.
dropping, but it is not happening in the real case.
Yeah, because there is no NA, right? In income.csv.
Yeah, there is some NA that I have already converted in the first place. You see this question mark hash I have converted to NA
Mm-hmm.
value,
So
so
first,
it
I
is
think we
showing
need to
that
do
the
this.
NA value is showing. But when I'm
Mm-hmm.
writing to replace this with fill
Mm-hmm.
NA or with replace also, replace command also I tried. It was not
Mm-hmm.
doing it. It's not doing.
Okay,
It is
let's try
showing the
this.
NA again. I'm
Where is
giving it.
income.csv? Let's try this.
I'm giving it again. I don't know how much it went.
Okay, this works, right? Because there is no NA, right? In DF2, there was no NA. I think I need to first.
The whole thing is
DF2
not
has no
going.
attribute head. But why? Okay.
Drop NA. This drop NA thing is not happening. I looks are different.
So I have a question regarding
Yes.
the exam. Like,
Mhm.
will we get opportunity there to work on Python, or
No, no,
it
it will
would
be
be
MCQ.
MCQ only? If it would be
Yeah.
MCQ like that, if it will not be, the questions will not be based on any CSV, like we
Mm.
get those kind of
It will be
questions.
given. It will be given most likely. Some small snippet will be given to you, but you don't have to do any operation. They won't ask any question where you have to,
Okay, so operation
do
is
anything.
not allowed.
Mm. Yeah.
Operation only. Okay, all
No.
right.
Mostly on the conceptual level, you will be tested. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Mm.
This is the part that is not working. Have given.
So you use this, right? Drop any.
Yeah.
First of all, I need
PD
to probably.
cross tab index DA1 petal length column count drop NA. True.
Okay,
This is one.
let's do this.
Another one is this PDL and dot replace, and another is fill NA. Fill NA with petal length columns count dot index 0. That is the highest one.
Okay, okay. I'm doing it with just the income CSV. I just
Yeah.
did that NA value
Okay.
should be with question mark. Okay.
Yeah.
Now if I do df dot head, what do I get? Do I get some NA values somewhere? I think I can do that, right? Is null. Df dot is null dot
Yeah.
sum.
Some
So I get job type and occupation as some NA
occupation.
values. Okay.
Evaluation.
Now what you want to do? You want to drop NA. Is that what you
Yeah.
want to
And
do?
I put the value with the maximum count of some column.
Okay,
Maximum
let's say
count.
I'm trying to drop NA. When I say axis 0, that means I'm trying to drop all those rows which have NA values. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
If I do this, okay, now if I do df dot is null dot sum, then what do I get? Yeah, see, all the NA values got dropped. There is no null value. I did this.
I don't know why it didn't happen for my case. They
You are
never show
dropping or
me.
are you replacing? What are you trying to do? Are you replacing or are you trying to
I
drop it?
was replacing. I tried three commands. One is with replace, other with fill in, and
Okay,
so
let's
that
try.
didn't happen. With drop in a true. Also, I tried. It didn't
Okay,
happen. It's showing
let's try.
NaN. Five of them were having the NaN. So those are
Mhm.
showing.
Just a second.
Is
I'm
access
trying to see.
column?
Sorry.
Is access referred to the columns?
No, when I say axis 0, that means how do you define axis? So if I write something like this, okay, df dot ilock, let's say 0 comma 0. So this is axis 0, this is axis 1. Okay. So axis refers to axis 0 is row and axis 1 is column.
Okay.
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 Okay. Please try again. Are you trying to fill NA or are you trying to drop NA? Drop NA works. Okay.
Drop in.
Drop NA works. You agree with this?
Yeah, it's
I
showing
just
actually.
did it.
Mm-hmm.
Did you do this NA values with
Yeah,
this?
the first one. Yeah, I gave you the initial one.
Let's try with fill NA.
So it
Okay.
shows the NA. Initially, it was showing some garbage like question marks and all. So
Mhm.
then it is showing the NA.
Acha,
But
okay,
then I
let's
wanted
try
to
with.
drop that NA.
Mhm. Can I do fill NA?
Hmm. Fill
You
NA,
want me
yes.
to do this?
Yeah.
Acha, chalo, let's do this. Saying something like this. Okay. Whatever is the mean of the data frame, I'll just fill it with that. Okay.
I have to mention the row where I have to drop it. DA, yeah, they mention the row. Like DA1, DF1, the column name, dot fill NA. Then again with the DA1 column length or something, dot count that I have to fill it with.
Okay. Let's say this was the part, right? Let's say occupation. Okay. Let's say okay. Let's print df dot is null dot sum. Okay. I have these many NA values. Okay. I want to fill
Mm,
occupation with the mean.
mm,
First of all, what is occupation? df occupation,
What's occupation? Dot fill in a.
dot values. First, let's do dot values. What does it look like?
Mhm.
These are the occupations. Okay. What do I want to fill it with? Let's say I want to do df dot occupations dot. Does that work?
Yeah.
Let's say.
Either with the median or the mean. Yeah.
Let's say I do this dot value counts.
Counts.
Is this correct? I don't know.
Yes. Counts dot index 0. Value dot counts.
Dot index 0.
Dot index 0. That is the maximum one it will give. It will be in a decreasing order.
No, no, no,
Index 0. Bracket.
no. I think earlier one was correct. No?
Dot index has to be set because there are many counts, no? So it will take only one count, the largest one.
Okay, let's
So
print
the
this.
mode, it is to
Let's
say
let's let's print the mode.
mode function, third bracket 0. Yeah, this one, yeah.
Let's say mode is giving me directly. Can I do value
Okay,
counts?
okay, this is also
Value
okay.
count. Let's try value counts. What does it give you? This gives you a value count, right? And if I do value counts of 0,
Mm.
I
This is
get,
showing, for me, this is showing all the value counts and the maximum one
I think
also
I
showing.
should do dot index 0. Yeah.
Mm.
This should be,
Index third bracket 0.
value count is showing. How do I get the first element? I think there was some code in
First
the
element is counts dot index 0. 0 has to be in third bracket.
third bracket.
Yeah. Counts dot, yeah. Dot. Yeah, after the brackets there will be dot.
Oh, it has to be like this dot.
Yeah. Index third bracket 0. Yeah. Then close. I'm printing.
Okay, great. This works, right? So I just replace it with this in place true, and this works nicely for me. Okay. Now if I do df dot is null dot
Dot sum.
then occupation will be filled. Okay. See?
Right.
It works.
It's working.
Okay. Same I can do with job type also, right?
Yeah. My interpreter
Mm-hmm.
is this what to say?
Check your syntax again.
IDLE. This is IDLE interpreter. I'm
What is
doing it with the
ideally?
Google Chrome also. IDLE. I'm doing
Okay.
it with Google Chrome also. The same thing is happening. They're giving a lot of errors. They're trying to move the
Use
errors. I'm
Colab.
trying to explain the error also, but most of the time
Mhm.
it's not.
Use
Doesn't
Colab.
run.
Best thing then. You won't, at least you will,
Colab. That's what I was talking about. I'm using the Colab after
it's
doing
giving
the
error.
interpreting. Yeah, it's giving error. Sometimes explaining also, but most of the time it's many errors, and they're giving some lines to write into it. Those are like chunks and all. That I tried to use that also inside the program, but it didn't work. It's still giving error. And the AI thing, the AI thing
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
debugs actually, that sometimes it
Mm-hmm.
understands the problem with the error, sometimes it
Okay.
doesn't.
Okay. Okay. Uh, yeah, it's hard to detect all the errors, but yeah, part and parcel of the whole uh, process, the whole project as such. You have to live with the errors. You have to understand and debug it somehow or the other. But yeah, most likely it's some simple syntactical error because I was able to get it running. Somewhere you're missing either some colon or some, let's say, bracket closing or opening, something like that would be there.
Hmm, maybe.
Okay.
Hmm.
Mm. Try and using LLMs to debug your code. That they help. They
LLM.
will help you. Use
Anything
Chat
else?
GPT. Chat GPT.
Chat GPT.
Just
Okay.
ask it to figure out the error. It can help you.
But yeah, I have to pay to that now so as
No,
to
no,
get the advantage because this with the unpaid version doesn't work so much.
no, no, it works well for code. These are simple codes. This will work. Any unpaid version will also work. Not an issue.
I'll try.
Okay. At least you will understand where you are going wrong. This is a good
Okay.
tool to understand where you are going wrong or something like that. Or earlier, we used to use Stack Overflow to understand where we used to go. But I think now you have a much better tool with ChatGPT. You can try that out.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah, cool guys. Any more questions? We have 5-10 minutes more. And anything else
Sir,
you want me to
sir,
cover?
will we explain a little about this regression and classification? Anything you want to say?
Share regarding what?
The classification and regression.
You want me to share? You want me to do what?
Anything you want to say other than that regression is showing the sum of one thing in a plot,
Mm.
and other thing it is showing by graphs and all. Uh, Other than that, why we are doing it?
Why you're doing regression?
Regression and classification.
It's a prediction tool.
Like in this program where there is income. So what should this be? This should be a regression
This is a
uh,
classification task, right? You are basically trying to
classification.
classify whether you are in high income or you're in low income. Okay.
Okay.
So now, why do you need this? Is because let's say your income.csv has 30, how many? 30,000 row. Okay.
Hmm. Hmm.
Now, if let's say I trained a model and now next day I get 10,000 new rows. Now, can I predict based if I don't have their income, can I predict those income directly? It's
With the
for unknown data.
30% training data, right? Or the
So
70%
that
training
is
data.
there. That is there. You did 70% training data, you train. On next 30% test data, you
Hmm.
tested. You're okay with that. Now you have a stable model with you. Okay.
Okay.
What you're doing is you can do dot predict for any new data point, unseen data point. Like unseen as in, let's say tomorrow you collect some new data point from some other like similar uh, domain only. Don't
Hmm.
You can't directly use that for cars data, the income data. But let's say somebody else, let's say you have a new user who feeds in their data, okay, and now you want to predict their income. Can you do that?
Okay.
So that's where classification. It helps in future prediction. That's it.
The
Regression is what helps.
regression is not for prediction, right?
Both are for prediction. Regression is for continuous real data. Classification is for classes. Like let's say if I want to identify if a given fruit is apple or orange. Okay, I am given let's say the color, weight, the calorie content, the sugar content. Can I use those data to predict if the given fruit is a apple or it's an orange? Okay, this is the classification problem. Okay, next is let's say I'm given the weight and the sugar and let's say the color calorie content of an apple. Can I predict its market price? Okay, what should its market price be? This is a regression problem. Okay.
Okay.
Hmm. Yeah, somebody else was asking some question.
Hello, sir. For assignment number 4, last
Hmm.
question is there which require GHI report.csv. I have not got that
Hmm,
CSV
come
file.
on. Isn't
Only
it?
two files
Mm,
in dataset I have seen, that income and one more now only I showed earlier.
wait, let me open.
But this
Let
is
me
not
open.
there. GHI report.csv.
Where do you want me to go? Quiz.
4. Assignment number 4, last question.
Hmm. This one, GHI report CSV.
Yes, sir.
Were you able to find everything else? All this data set,
Yes.
this service train
Dataset
service.
only. There. Yes.
You are able to find it, right?
Hmm. Two
Where
sets,
did you
two
find?
data set I have got, but
Okay.
this one is not there. GHI report.
Uh, okay. Okay. Mm, not given anywhere, right? Very weird. They could be giving the data set if they're asking in the assignment.
Service
Mm,
data.csv, that is not given. Okay.
I think she says she has the data. You probably ask Prabha to uh, give you the
Uh,
data. I don't know. Do you have any link or
See, data
CSV
set
file?
is there. Data set is there. Above case study codes, above assignment, above practice assignment for one
Oh,
data sets there.
oh, this
Link is
one?
there. If you click on there, on that link, then you get income.csv and cars underscore
Yes,
sample.csv. But
yes,
this one is
yes.
not there, which I was asking.
Okay, okay,
GHI
okay.
report dot csv.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, yeah, probably email the NPTEL coordinators. They can help you. They respond pretty quickly. I think the best bet is to try emailing them directly. They respond within 24 hours. Okay, try that.
Okay.
For my
Okay.
case also, I can email them, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Sir, can you
Because
give
they
me
haven't pro
their email ID?
email ID.
Yeah, yeah.
Where do you email these folks?
Email ID. Oh, is there?
It's
I
there, no, somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Can you find it?
No, I think one should go in Q&A session and there join a group, and then one can write.
No, but that is only between the class students, not for others. Can you still email people?
CVS.
I think somewhere you will be able to find the NPTEL email, right? Or you get this reminders, right? In your Google, you get this reminders, right? Just use that email ID. It will work.
okay.
Okay.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. Cool.
So,
Yes.
I wanted to ask that yesterday when I paid for the exam,
Mm-hmm.
first time the payment was failed, but the money was deducted from my account.
Okay.
So, will I get that money?
Usually, if the payment didn't is failed, then you get it back in your bank in like 24 hours or something. But please check with the NPTEL team again. Best way to know that.
I tried to mail them, it was showing that you can't directly contact with them.
Okay. Most probably you should get back the money. Okay. Otherwise, contact your bank. They will help you out. Because if
Yes,
your
I
money is
did
deducted,
call the customer care and they were like, it's not from our side, you talk to the whatever team it is.
oh, so you're saying your money got deducted from your account, but it didn't reach their account, right?
Yes, yes. And then
So
I
it will
had to
come back
pay
to you.
again.
So the whatever didn't go to them, it will come back to you. Okay. You sent something, the other person didn't receive, right? So it will come back to you. Don't
Yes.
worry.
Okay.
Otherwise, you talk to your bank. Maybe they can help you. You can check your account. You will figure it out. Okay.
So
Uh,
OSCHTIR, the syntax should be it should be in first bracket and in double quotes. The
yes.
path, right?
Yes. Yes.
Yes, it's not taking in the first bracket.
Mhm. Okay, guys. So it's 8. If you
Oh,
guys want, you can start leaving. Okay. I'll stop the recording. Okay. So thank you. Thank you for doing
Hello,
this.
good
I
evening,
think,
sir.
yes. Good evening.
So, one last question.
Yes.
Actually, I heard about this Python for data science yesterday only. So, I am
Okay.
having zero knowledge of that. Could you
Okay.
have any recommendation or suggestion, like how do I complete this all the lectures fastly? Like,
that's
How do you complete it fast? You have to watch it in 2x then. When is your exam, by the way?
22 March, sir.
So you have 1 month, no? Just go through. I don't think these lectures are
So,
pretty big. Yeah, just go
like,
through the lectures. You have enough time.
okay, so it is okay to start now? Means I'm
Uh,
also very late, no? That's why.
I'm not sure if your assignments will be graded. I think pre-assignment deadline has passed, right?
Yeah, assignments are also, yeah.
So probably if you want to appear for the exam, then
you
I
can
don't
join
know.
the next program again. The next program
I
will
think
soon start.
Sir, I'm
but it will.
also not submitted the third weekly assignment, sir.
They'll take best 3 out of 4. Don't worry.
Thank you, sir. Okay, sir.
And even if you are, let's say, scoring 0 0 in 2 assignment and last assignment you get like full score, if it is good enough, then also I think what is the requirement? You need to have 40%, right, in your assignment.
Hmm.
Yes, sir.
I think. something 40%, if you cross the mark, it is good enough. And they only evaluate the best three. So,
Uh, 16 marks is needed.
sorry,
16
Sir, I
marks.
have one
16 marks
question,
is
sir.
needed.
16
Sir, I'm
marks.
Ravi Kumar Abanti, sir. I have one
Yes,
question, sir.
yes.
Same issue I'm facing, like, sir, the data service dot something data is there, no, it's CSV is not available, sir. Even I have searched also, it's not available,
Okay,
sir.
okay, okay.
That
So,
assignment is not properly this thing, sir. Even I go through
mhm.
all your videos I have searched almost, but we are not getting the data, sir.
Sir, one thing
Okay.
again, you just whatever you said to do, I just did. I just
Okay.
used the CHR version, and I'm sending
Mhm.
you this thing. You can see.
Mhm.
Just
Yeah, sir.
see.
So, Ravi, what I'll try to do is I'll try to report to the NPTEL team, and hopefully
Yeah.
they'll provide a clarification. I think
Because
if
Yes,
I
19th
can
is the
because
be,
last
for
date, na
my
submission of that assignment. That's why we
OS
when
asked.
is the deadline?
OSCHR
And
Yeah.
OSCHR
19,
you said
19.
that to put the
Okay,
downloads the path you have to we should put in the CHDIR, and then I should directly give the file name that I did just now.
Wait
Yeah.
a second. You are using
It is
Colab or what?
no,
Wait,
Sure.
sorry.
my
Too many
own
people.
thing, my own IDLE.
Too many people
Same
talking.
thing. Even
Uh,
if you use Colab, the same thing, same error shows.
okay, okay. Wait. Ravi, are you clear? I'll update you on Q&A. Okay, I'll try to email the NPTEL team, and hopefully they'll
Yeah.
resolve it soon.
Yeah. Yeah. Not an issue. Thank you, sir. Because I need to
Usually,
complete within 19th, no? That's why I asked you, sir.
Sure. I'll email them right away.
yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
Yeah.
In
fine.
the
Not
Sir,
an issue. Thank you.
in the
if
last
we cannot
assignment
do it
also,
practically now, then our confidence doesn't come up. Okay, and we will not be able to answer in the
Okay,
exam.
okay.
That's why.
I'll answer.
yeah,
I'll do that. Don't worry.
in the last assignments also the same thing like CSV files were missing, but
Hmm.
I was able to find it from that Q&A session.
Yes.
Somebody asked and shared, but I think now this is not shared.
Sir,
What
some we get some other source, sir, outsourcing, sir. We get some data, sir, that we helped out, sir. But some data we
Hmm.
don't have, no, that CSV file we're not getting in uh,
Okay.
some other sources. That is a difficulty,
Okay,
sir.
okay.
And
Okay, I'll
even sir,
I'll
what
try.
happens, the data is same, but information somewhere different, sir. That is also issue, sir. Some cases.
Okay.
Yeah, the service test and also this GHA both are I think not available in that
Yeah.
Q&A.
Okay. Okay, so I'll stop the recording. Irani,
Yeah,
maybe you can stay
yeah.
back. You have still doubts. I'll just close the
I'm
recording.
just doing the same thing in Colab right